Ready? Hey guys, thank you for joining us here on the sneak peek to 2022 live stream here at Transfer Express. Welcome to the Transfer Express YouTube channel. If you guys haven't been here before, try to hit that subscribe button. We are releasing new videos and content every single week right here, and that's everything from inspirational to educational videos, maybe exploring some new business opportunities that you didn't consider, or some marketing tips where you could bolster your online store, your Etsy store, or other ways that you could be selling custom apparel online. Of course, here at Transfer Express, we are dedicated to helping you and your t-shirt business succeed every year, but specifically for me, I'm focusing on boosting your brand in 2022. So I see we've got some viewers here with us. We love hearing where you guys are listening and watching from. So if you get a chance, write in the chat right here, let us know where you're listening from. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, the oohs and ahs for any of the stuff that we'll be talking about today, feel free to leave it in the chat there, because this is what this live stream is for, a nice interactive format where you can ask those questions and I could try to answer them in real time as we go through everything here. As we wait for just a few more people to join us, if they're coming in, I want to introduce myself. My name's Dave. I am in the marketing department here at Transfer Express. I am just very floored to be able to help you guys and see the dedication that you have to bettering yourselves and your business and being entrepreneurs. I just absolutely love it. I've been in the printing industry for over a decade now. Pretty much any way that you could put ink on any substrate, I've been there and I've done it in that realm. So apparel printing is something very, very familiar for me. And I want to make sure that your business is set up to succeed the best it can. So without further ado, those people joining us late are just going to have to go back and rewind and watch this one. But let's get it started. So the first thing that I want to talk about brand new for 2022 is our brand new heat press packages. Now, the heat press packages are always bundles that we do every single year, and we'll consistently refresh them based off your feedback and, of course, your needs. From what we hear, you know, sometimes certain accessories kind of fall out of need, and we'll replace them in these bundles. My favorite thing about these bundles, though, is the Stahl's Clam Basic Combo Package. So, for just $1,090, you could get a 15 by 15 heat press and a cap press. Two presses for pretty much the price of one in this bundle, saving you a ton of money. Of course, you get one of our free marketing kits as well. The same with the Hotronix Auto Clam package that you see right here. It's just $2,600, includes not only the auto clam, like the press right here that I have behind, it's essentially everything that you see right here. So you get the auto clam full-size 16 by 20 heat press, which I absolutely love. And if you've watched a few of our YouTube videos here, you know how much I love it. We use it in every single video. So you get the press, you get the tag-along platen. Now this tag-along platen, super, super cool, because you could print the front of the t-shirt and the inside tag at the same time, which is just incredibly cool, incredibly versatile, and allows you to do so much more with your heat press, and it really boosts your efficiency as well. So super, super cool. But you get that, and then on top of it all, you get the full stand, the full package. Everything available that you see right here is all included in that package, plus a marketing kit, plus the quick slip pad protector for the regular platen that comes on this, the full 16 by 20 platen, the tag along platen, am I missing anything here? And a marketing kit, and that's the Transfer Express marketing kit, what we call a t-shirt business in a box. Just so awesome and super cool. One package deal to get you set up with a professional screen printed transfer heat press setup. I mean, not just screen printed transfers. If you're doing sublimation or you're curing DTG inks, anything you're doing in here, you could do on this press as well. So very, very exciting. Now I talked about the marketing kit a little bit as well. And the marketing kit is our t-shirt business in a box. It comes to you just like this. Now this is the brand new one that we have. So we do update these every single year. This has brand new display transfers, our brand new idea book, and even a little t-shirt that you could press yourself. But our idea book, if you're unfamiliar, I'm just gonna set this one down so I can easily get everything out of here. And I hope everything's working with the chat. I don't see anything coming in, but I know you guys are chatting there. And so yes, if anybody, just to make sure that the chat's working, go ahead and leave something in there because I might not be getting it on my end, and we're going to figure out how we could get that chat in there. I know you guys aren't that shy. We've done tons of live streams here, and there's always tons of comments and chats and everything, so my little monitor right here might not be picking that up all that well, but I'm going to promise you we're going to get into it with you guys. I'll go through the idea book here. So this is the brand new idea book. It has all of our brand new layouts that are available in EasyView Online Designer. That is super easy for you to just go through based on the category and look and just browse, go, this golf one, I just need to change the text on it. Perfect. It's great for if you're selling custom apparel. You could have your customers browse through this black and white version. And in the marketing kit, you'll also get a binder with removable pages. So if you aren't necessarily printing for, say, like sports, you could remove these sports pages so you're only showing what your customers are buying. There we go. Now the chat's coming through. We got it all figured out. Vince and Heather behind the scenes are the lifesaver. Man, everybody in there. Yep, there we go. There we go. I see Freedom in there and Penny. See, I know you guys weren't being shy. We just had something wrong on our end. I'll get to those chats and address you in just 1 second here and make sure that if there's any questions, I can answer them here for you guys. But this is a full color version, not only showing the patterns, the names, numbers, everything that's available at Transfer Express. It goes into all of these leg and sleeve layouts, and of course, all of the categorized layouts in here as well. Now, if you notice on the outside of this, this has your business name on here, not a lick of Transfer Express branding. It is branded to you and your business. So this looks like your capabilities. They don't know we exist. It's just the Easy Prints catalog. You know, you could look at all of this art that you could customize for your customers very, very easily, and a super powerful tool. It makes it look like you have a full design studio at your fingertips with EasyView Online Designer, which we're going to get in a little bit later. You sure do. So more stuff in here. You got the names and numbers samples. So all of those stock transfers, they ship same day. If you need the names and numbers, you're doing jerseys or any kind of sports decorating like that. Even numbers are showing up now on sleeves as part of a sleeve print for the year or any kind of area code, zip code. Really cool to use these as well. In the marketing kit, you also get some full-size posters here that show your capabilities. If you do have a storefront or you're doing a lot of content on TikTok or YouTube and you want something branded in the background to show your capabilities, there's 2 of these posters in here. There's another one in here on the other side, I think, that just show your names, numbers, capabilities, what you could do with custom printed apparel. I keep putting everything back inside the box, and then I don't know what I've already pulled. You get your goof-proof transfer and a t-shirt that you could try right away. Super simple application. If you've never pressed our goof-proof screen printed transfers before, they look, feel, wash, and wear just like a screen print. Try me now. 365 degrees your heat press for 4 seconds, and bam, you've got yourself a screen printed t-shirt. Of course, here's the guide for the 20 plus full-size transfers that are in this kit. Now, these could be used as tests for you to make sure your heat press is working properly, or I love them as display transfers that you could use as a touch and feel traveling showroom so you could show your customers the quality of what you are capable of. They are fully loaded with a ton of different silos, whether you're going for school printing or sports or kind of more in that kind of Etsy or designerly aesthetic. All of that is right in there on here. And then you get the 2022 price guide. So this is super quick. Now, of course, you could always use the pricing calculators at transferexpress.com for quick quoting. But if you're not by a computer, it's super easy to just be able to pull this sheet out and kind of trace, okay, I'm doing 18 one-color goof-proof transfers with the Easy Prints artwork, and it's going to be $387 a sheet. Super, super easy in here. You have all of the pricing for the Ultra Color, the CAD prints. Here is some extra pricing down here that I don't want to spill the beans for, something I'm about to talk about in a couple minutes, but all of this here. Stock numbers, everything here, all the way down. even our reflective water-based transfers. If you haven't seen those were new for last year and really cool. So it does come with this guide that tells you everything in there, but if I would have started with this, it's not as fun. Not nearly as fun as going through everything here. Here's that other poster that I was talking about, and one of my favorite things, this is a $20 value right out of the gate, is our Color Selector Swatch Book. If you find yourself designing an EasyView Online Designer or designing for custom transfers at Transfer Express all the time, this is an invaluable tool to have. So you could see what exact ink color you're going to get. It's never correct on screen. Screens are RGB, inks are printed in spot colors. So this is the easiest way to say, if I am printing burgundy, say on like a red shirt, how is it going to show up? You could see it on the shirt itself. You could color match those inks. And my favorite part too is that there are 70 plus ink colors in here. They're all standard, no charge to use at transferexpress.com. And there's been a few scenarios where a customer said, we really need our teal color. We really need that teal. And I was able to find the standard ink color in here and show that customer, yes, so we do have a couple of teals here and these bluish greens. Is this going to be okay? I matched it to a pre-printed logo that they already had, and it was spot on. No need to pay that extra Pantone fee because I already had confidence, and the customer was confident that the ink color was going to be spot on. Guess what? When those shirts turned out, it was spot on. This $20 tool saved $25 on a custom Pantone match right there. It paid for itself. Now, of course, I pass that savings on to the customer, but if you still want to say, oh yeah, we're custom matching for you, and you have that exact match, that's $25 that you could build in and put in your pocket. And especially when people are very picky about their colors and they're specifically requesting colors, and you know you can match it spot on, that's something that they are A-OK paying for. All those tips to make you money. I want you guys to succeed. I want you to have the best year ever in 2022. Of course, you do get a custom sticker to put on your laptop, similar to the one that I have right here on mine. Press it real good. But the same, these are CAD prints, custom decals, so you could order these with the same art in EasyView Online Designer. If you've uploaded your own art, or if you're using any of those layouts and clip art that are up there, you could go ahead and order stickers right from there as well. Did you know that? A lot of people don't. But that's a really cool, powerful tool. Here is the full pack of screen printed transfers. We're talking everything from hot split, the goof proof, a one color, a two color, our Elastiprints transfers, and of course, the ever popular Ultra Color soft transfers as well. You get a full gang sheet in here. And to cap it all off, in the marketing kit, if you don't know what's already in there, is a $10 off product coupon. So very, very cool to have all that stuff. I'm going to quickly throw this back in the box and jump into that chat. Dale Braun, hey, late howdy from Raleigh, North Carolina. Freedom, thank you for joining us here. And everybody in there, what's up, what's up, what's up? Did not know that. Tuning in from California. Shayna, I hope it is nice and beautiful out there. We're coming out for Impressions, the Impressions Expo at the Long Beach Convention Center, January 21st through 23rd. So I'm going to be getting out there. It's cold here in Ohio. Freezing cold. We had snow just the other day, so it's going to be super nice to see those palm trees and the ocean and hopefully some warm weather. I'll take I'm not picky. I'll take like 45 degrees. That will feel balmy to what we're used to here in Ohio. Tarvin from the San Francisco Bay Area, California. All right. Freedom, if I remember correctly, Freedom, you are from Indianapolis from a few of our other live streams. Penny Hall, everybody else in here. Man, Jean from Atlanta, Cassandra from North Carolina. See that warm weather. I hope it's warm where you guys are, and I hope you're having a great winter, staying safe, happy, and healthy, and you had a great New Year's celebration and whatever holiday you choose to celebrate with your family as well. It's been a wonderful time, and now it's time to really get back into gear. So moving on from the marketing kit, something really, really cool and absolutely brand new for 2022 is our application kit. So another kitted deal. This is $35, and this is specifically made for anybody with a heat press. So this is a kit filled with very valuable tools that we find ourselves reaching for all the time that can help you, whether you are a seasoned heat printer or you are just buying your first heat press. There's stuff in here for you. So very similar to the marketing kit, it will have a little guide that has everything that's included in the kit available for you. My favorite thing, we just made these, is this nice plastic placement ruler. So whether you are doing, center chest, left chest, even back placements, this helps you get it down. You have your ruler to see if the customer requests, I need it 3 inches down. You have your ruler to measure down from the collar. It has the collar shape so you could be perfectly aligned on the center, that left side here for the left chest. And when you're talking, if my rule of thumb is go to the collar seam, go down, 4 fingers from the bottom of the collar. I think I might have just touched my mic. 4 fingers down from the bottom of the collar, and that's where your left chest should be. Check it out. Right there. Put your graphic right here. It is spot on, easy placement. So this is super handy to have, especially if you're just starting out. Really helps you gain confidence in your placements. But even if you're unsure, you're printing on a new jacket that kind of looks weird, or you could guarantee you're going to be nice and centered, and that 3-4 fingers down from the collar. Very there. Dale just got the Clam Basic on sale. I'm glad you were able to take advantage of that. The price that those things are going for when we put them on sale, oh man, that was a screaming deal. $150 off 16 by 20 heat press. What? Heat presses don't go on sale like that, and that's just a great opportunity to get in that. Dale, I'm so happy you're able to grab one of those. So you do have, this is pre-applied, but you do have another shirt that you can ensure that your heat press is working properly with a goof-proof screen printed transfer. So that's included in there. They come not printed. This was just, we were playing around with it and printed it. Again, another $10 off product coupon, and by the time you arrive, the kit arrives to you, you will have already had this applied to your Transfer Express account. So very, very cool. One really great thing of this heat press application kit are these heat press test strips. So I know if you followed along with us, I have one of the IR, the infrared temperature guns, where you just scan things. They're not the most accurate for these flat surfaces, especially with the non-stick coating. It deflects the light, and you could get an accurate-ish temperature if you're just going for the ballpark, but you cannot get that spot on what temperature is this thing when it's pressing into a transfer on a shirt. So these heat press test strips, we give you a whole bunch of them so you can run it just about twice. If you just place them around the sides of your heat press, stick them onto a piece of a cover sheet or just a piece of paper, close the press on it, and they will fill in to what temperature they're getting to. So it's really super handy to have. And like I mentioned, the IR temperature guns are close, but those are going to be like 20 to 30 bucks on Amazon. The only accurate way is using a surface probe thermometer. So those are starting at like $100 on Amazon. These are included in this $35 kit with a whole bunch of other stuff. So if you're unsure of the accuracy of what your press is displaying to what the heat actually on the heating element is, or if you are worried about inconsistent heat from one side to another or on the edges, you could test that with these strips super, super easily. They're just so handy to have on hand. So moving on, you do have a super easy to understand and reference application chart with all of the applications for all of the transfers we have here at Transfer Express. So you could place this up on your wall, and if you're going from goof proof to say an ultra color soft or CAD prints, you could easily reference the chart and go, I need to change from 365 over to 290 or whatever you're printing on. This is just super easy and handy to have in your shop or wherever you have your heat press, for those of you home decorators as well. Now, if you've been around with us at Transfer Express, you know how much we love these mouse pads. The mouse pads are so super cool and efficient to have around because if you're doing any polos or maybe even printing on hoodies, the pockets, the hoods themselves, or any weird to decorate areas that are close to collars, seams, anything like that, raise the printing area. We just did a video on printing like youth apparel and onesies and youth raglans with the seams were getting in the way and messing up the pressure, or like those buttons on the onesie where they snap closed. Using one of these mouse pads raises the print area and still gives you a nice, firm-ish surface to be able to print into. Because of course, with a lot of screen printed transfers, you need a medium to firm pressure, and using a heat press pillow is going to dissipate that pressure a little too much, and you're not going to be able to really press it into the apparel and get you that nice, strong, durable, long-lasting print that we know that they are capable of. Of course, if you don't know, we test every single one of our transfers here at Transfer Express to 50+ wash-dry cycles to ensure that they are going to last the lifetime of the garment and and that is an industry standard for even direct screen printing right onto the garment, or those really high-end direct-to-garment systems, and the screen printed transfers outlast those every single time. They look, feel, wash, wear exactly like a traditional screen print on apparel, and I love them. They look the same. They take all the ease out of use. You just need a heat press, no screens, no emulsion, no clean out, no nothing like that. So, and then of course, here's the transfer unapplied with a shirt in the back, and then you do get a pack of cover sheets. Now these are super handy to have around. They are tested to be good and resistant to high heat, so you're not really going to be worrying about scorching anything paper-wise. But what these do is these are great to cover over any pre-existing decorations on the garment if you are applying near, like say if you're doing names and the garments already have numbers on them, you could cover the numbers with these, not worry about getting your heat press all messy and ink stuck to the upper platen or anything. Or if you're doing two sides and you don't have a quick slip pad protector, you could lay one over your press to keep it clean if you're doing fronts and backs. They're just so versatile, especially because they do not block the heat like those silicone sheets do, and they aren't printed like some of the parchment paper you could buy at the store. But this is a full 10-pack, so they are 100% completely reusable as long as you keep them nice and clean. But if they do get dirty, you can just toss it, and there's more in the pack. That is the application kit. Super cool, super handy to have for anybody with a heat press. And it's great to add on to any order because then you're not just paying for shipping for this box as well, and you're just getting this full kit to really get the value out of that. So the next order that you have or something, these will be available starting Monday. So they aren't available on Transfer Express yet. That's why this is a sneak peek, guys. They're not available yet. They'll be available Monday, and you can add them to any Transfer Express order that you create there. So very, very cool. Now moving on, I did mention Long Beach and the Impressions Expo coming up in California. Graphics Pro, yeah, Freedom's already talking about going to the Graphics Expo in Indy. Yes, so we are going to be on the road, and as long as everything stays safe with the Omicron variant coming around, and of course we are going to be safe at all these events. I know at the Impressions Expo, masks will be worn at all times, and you'll either need to be vaccinated or prove a negative test 72 hours beforehand, so almost like you're just getting on a flight to be able to attend the conference. So we're trying to do it as safe as possible, but you know, taking a year off in 2020, we really missed hearing the stories from you and showing you products hands-on. We love the trade shows because we do get to show you everything hands-on, answer your questions, hear about your challenges too, and how we could help you and your business with those challenges. So yeah, come on out if there is a show in your area. I have a full list here, at least for the kind of first half of the event season. We do, like I mentioned, we do the hands-on products. You could see the brand new stuff applied and get a whole bunch of inspiration. Some free samples. We always have specials on the marketing kit so that you could pick that up at a discounted rate for the show. And I mean, pretty much touch and feel any transfer type if you don't have a marketing kit or haven't been able to apply all of them. And we are more than happy to kind of nerd out about the printing industry. I love being out there, and I know I'll be in Impressions in just a couple weeks, next week out in California in Long Beach, just south of LA. So we always do, if you can't attend any of these in-person events, we always do online webinars as well. We have one tomorrow that we'll be doing at 2 p.m. You can always see on the events page at transferexpress.com. We have all of this stuff laid out, but those webinars happen twice a month. So we're doing those live twice a month. Most of the time it is me behind the camera or behind the presentation, we'll say. And it's great because we do get to answer all the questions just like that. Evelyn, is there a chart online like that for Transfer Express? I believe there is. We'll have a digital version that has everything on it on the application page. We even have videos attached to it online as well, so you could follow along with like a minute-long application video where we show you how to apply all that stuff. Of course, we want to be here to support you and your business. If somebody might be able to find that from the Transfer Express team who's watching back over in the offices, maybe they might be able to pop that link in there for you. If not, I will put it in the chat after this live stream wraps up so you could get access to that. So back to the event schedule. We have trade shows coming up. Impressions in Long Beach is starting next week, next Friday through Sunday, the 21st through 23rd. We'll be out there with the entire Stalls crew. I'm talking Josh Ellsworth and Jenna and Kelly and everybody you love from Stalls TV. They'll all be there too, and we're going to be talking about all of the new stuff that we have. You'll be able to see it, touch it, feel it, and even demo some new stuff that I'll get into in a minute. I don't want to spill the beans on what I got on the agenda coming, but after the Impressions show in Long Beach, we have the ASI show in Fort Worth. Of course, the ASI and PPAI in Las Vegas. Right now, we are in partnership with Stalls. The Impressions show will be our first kind of standalone Transfer Express booth in coordination with Stalls' separate booth as well. So you can see both the awesome heat transfer vinyl products and the awesome custom transfers that we have coming out. ASI January 31st through February 2nd, so just following up Impressions. The Decorated Apparel Expo in Kansas City, that's February 25th through 26th. Graphics Pro in Irving, Texas, that's going to be March 10th through 12th. Impressions in Atlantic City, March 24th through 26th. That's the second Impressions show of the year. Graphics Pro then in Denver back in April. Chicagoland at the end of April for the Decorated Apparel Expo. And then back to Indianapolis, I believe in June, for the Graphics Pro Expo, where we're going to see freedom out there. We're going to see freedom at that Graphics Pro Expo. I can't wait. So it's going to be so much fun. Speaking of those live webinars and events, we have our live pressing event returning. So we started Toast to Transfers in 2021 as a kind of series where we could casually think of it as like a wine and design or like a wine and paint night, where you just have to buy a kit, and usually they're around a $30 to $40 range. They come with tons of value packed into them. There is no markup on our end. We just want to get them to you guys and have a great night of casual heat printing. So what we'll do is Steph joins us. If you're familiar with the Transfer Express YouTube channel, you know Steph. Steph will join us right here in the Transfer Express studio. We live stream it just like this, but we'll press hoodies, and we'll press onesies, we'll press koozies, and we've done mugs, at least with like the pressure vinyl. But this one that we have coming up on January 27th, the kit is available right now, is all St. Patrick's Day themed. So we are kind of the month ahead. So not only for just buying the kit, you have display samples that you could take pictures of to show on social media or your website of what you're capable of, or some ideas for your customers to purchase. But then we'll also put all of those designs up so you could custom order them on our EasyView Online Designer. But you'll get, for this one, you're going to get a hoodie, a t-shirt, a baby bib, and then a mug as well. So for all of that, we're going to be giving you goof-proof screen printed transfers that you'll be able to press along with us with some super cool trendy designs that you could show, like I mentioned, as examples of what you could do or advertising for your business. And then we're going to do our CAD prints decals as well. Like I mentioned, that's included in the marketing kit, but we're going to put that and apply that to a nice, cool mug. And it's green. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I actually bought a kit for myself just because I loved the aesthetic of everything in this kit. And then we'll give you a mouse pad and a few other accessories as well. The kit includes shipping, so there is no shipping charges on those kits. It's already built into the kit, so it's one price. What you see is what you get, and then buying that kit automatically registers you for the live event that we do at 7 p.m. Eastern on January 27th. So those are going to happen about once a quarter. We have planned, all with different themes. So the first one, just to get you pumped up for a big custom t-shirt holiday, is St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to get you all ready to go. Penny says, sweet. Really cool. Reggie's joining in from Brooklyn. Thank you for joining us. LaDonna, I don't think we're going to be at Foxwoods. I could check on that with you. We do have a few kind of not decorated Apparel Expo or Graphics Pro or Impression shows that we do go to. The Everything Embroidery Market was so much fun last year, and we got to see so many creative, not just crafters, but entrepreneurs, we'll say, who use everything from embroidery to sublimation, and seeing how that they were just kind of had that light bulb moment, seeing the custom screen printed transfers. They didn't have the time to be cutting and learning a Cricut or Silhouette system or weeding vinyl, where they just had designs, easily upload SVGs that they're already using for their embroidery, and bam, it's ready to go, and they were able to apply. They already had heat presses. It was just so cool to see that light bulb moment happen with a lot of our friends there. Speaking of everything embroidery, they have a great podcast. If you're into anything embroidery or apparel decorating, they do, I think it's a monthly podcast, and Transfer Express and me are featured on the next one coming out, I believe either the end of this month or early February. So if you're not already in tune with everything embroidery, if you do have embroidery in your shop, man, get hooked up with them. They have great shows and a great community of help, just similar to what we're doing with Screen Printed Transfers. They do everything embroidery and kind of craft related. So really, really cool to check those guys out. But yeah, January 27th, our Toast to Transfers. So much fun. Just grab your favorite beverage, get the kit, join us in the evening for questions, answers, some laughs, and of course some memories that we'll make together, and then some samples that last maybe longer than those memories with that 50-50 wash-dry cycle kind of stuff that we're talking about, those durability, the quality. It's just awesome. Love our goof proof. And then so we change out different transfer types in that, and then we'll also show you some techniques too for maybe printing on some items you're a little bit uncomfortable with or have never printed on before. It's awesome to learn that in a guided kind of step-by-step live walkthrough where you could say, hey, wait in the chat section, and we'll stop and we'll help you out and make sure that you're getting the best results possible. The one that we did, what was it? And I think back in October, we did a tailgating one, or September. We did a tailgating version, and we printed on a stadium seat. We put goof-proof transfers on a stadium seat, like the bleacher seats with the back support. Never knew you could print on those, but it was included in the kit, and you got a sample that you could take yourself and be able to print on it and gain confidence so that you could then sell stadium seats or whatever you want to your customers. Just so super cool. The next item on the list, I'm starting to get into the real juicy stuff here. Jumbo screen print transfer sheets. That's right, we are going from our 11.25 to 14 inches all the way up to 12.5 by 17.5 gang sheets. You guys asked, we listen, we want to be there to help your business out, and my absolute favorite part that you are not gonna hear until you get into the pricing, but it at like 18 quantity, it's only 40 cents more a sheet to get all that extra real estate. Even at the 6 quantity, the lowest quantity you could buy of our screen printed transfers, jumping up to that jumbo screen print size is only 90 cents. What? We're practically giving it away. The jumbo gang sheets have just been a hot topic that always come up. Say, man, I wish I could fit just a little bit more. It would make my printing that much more efficient and able to boost my profit margins even more. And you betcha, we are doing it. It's coming. It is dropping next week, January 17th, and you'll be able to order them with our goof proof, Elastiprints, or hot split transfers. So the top 3 screen printed transfers that we offer now are going to be available in a jumbo size. That's right, 12.5 by 17.5. I don't know if Eddie Thompson joined us here on our live stream, but I know he was asking about them just the other day. When's jumbo coming? I heard a rumor jumbo's coming, and this is the confirmation. Jumbo gang sheets are coming for our screen printed transfers. You could fit 2 full, what did I have here? I don't have it on here, but you could fit, like 8.25 inch wide by 12.5 graphics on there. I mean, that's huge. You could fit 2 full chest graphics on one gang sheet. When before, maybe you were just doing that one, a sleeve print, maybe a cap print or a left chest, and then maybe some inside tag branding that you could fit on your gang sheet. Now you could do 2 full fronts, and then your inside tag still, or that sleeve print, or the little extra branding that you like to throw on there for your own brand and get that printing for free. It's all there, all available, and it's going to be available starting next week that you could order those jumbo gang sheet sizes. I wish I had one to show you in comparison with our standard size, but with that price difference, I know that I'm pretty much going to be always printing on the jumbo sheet. Paying for it, might as well pay that extra 40 cents for a large order. I'm usually doing mine right around that 18 to 24 quantity range when I'm placing those goof proof orders. But of course, it goes down as low as 6. So now maybe if you were doing 12, now you could get 6, save some money, and you could fit everything you could on just those larger sheets. And with it only costing 90 cents more at 6 quantity, that's not even $1 per sheet to get all that extra room and the extra printing capability. I absolutely love it. I can't wait to try it out myself, and you'll be able to try it too next week. The next big thing that I want to tell you about, now this one's going to be pretty big, and we've heard you guys talking about it all this year, where we just wanted to really streamline the experience and make it so much easier to use, make it faster, is our EasyView Online Designer. That's right, it's getting a full upgrade next week. It's coming. Now what it's going to do is completely improve and streamline your experience when designing online using our custom clip art that you saw in the idea book that I showed with the marketing kit. All of that entire catalog is all in there, of course, all with the brand new art. But now all of the effects, the outlines, the patterns are all easier to find and easier to add onto the art. All of the super powerful tools like the layer options, moving things forward and backwards in the space, all still there. The grouping, ungrouping, copy, paste, it all works so much better, so much faster, and hopefully alleviating all of those slowdowns that you saw during kind of like the peak season when we were really jamming in October and like September, when everybody was putting that artwork on. We saw tons of sessions on the EasyView Online Designer. All of that should be all alleviated. We have a great product that we can't wait to show you. And I want to show you guys, at least, I have it pulled up right here on my computer. The whole reason I got the computer right here, I want to invite you guys to come on in and get an exclusive sneak preview of this brand new EasyView Online Designer. And you could see some of the improvements and stuff that I'm really excited about, because I've only scratched the surface now with what is available for you guys. So this is what it looks like. EasyView Online Designer, a little bit of a facelift and upgrade here, and you'll notice some changes. This does include the jumbo gang sheets here. So where everything used to be on this right-hand side for your actual transfer configurator, right on over here, you see sheet size and jumbo all available for you, so you could pick jumbo. Let's pick jumbo. Look how big it is. Awesome. Now your save button that was down here has now moved up to the top here. So you have new, open, save, all of your menus right there. Of course, there are 3 steps now, so we want to make sure that you are 100% prepared and confident in placing your order here. So we just put, instead of the first review step, we've moved some options over to completely streamline the whole experience and just make it so super. We want to make you confident in ordering your transfers, take all of the guesswork out of it. So over here, we will have the Classic Designer available for a little bit. If you don't want to try out the new experience here, you could jump back over to the Classic look and have it all there. Of course, in settings, you have all of the tools that are up top here. You still have the customer mode, which, if you noticed, removed all of the Transfer Express branding. So if you have a kiosk at your own shop, you could have your customers design in this space or browse through any of the layouts and stuff that's all here. And all of them are in here. All of these layouts that we have, the 10,000 plus clip art, everything that you know and love EasyView for, it's all here as well, of course, and even the shirt tags as well. So we even have some more of those rolling out here too. But you could also change it back to design mode, so it'll bring back in the Transfer Express branding. You could show invisible objects just to make sure you don't have anything weird or wonky hanging out there. And of course, you could do grid lines. So grid lines here make aligning things super easy if you're all trying to center it up. Of course, there are the align parameters right up here on the top toolbar that I was talking about, and you could align them there. But if you want to make sure everything's kind of left justified or something to a specific piece, you could turn those grid lines on right there. Of course, Open Classic EasyView will take you back to the Classic version, but we know what Classic version looks like. I want to show you what's cool in this version. So there will be a guided tour here if you are new, so you could check it out and see everything that changed and actually, you know, browse layouts. It'll tell you what to do and pull everything in there, but I'll let you figure that out all your own. I'll give you the Dave guided tour here. So we're going to go over here. So this looks very similar. It kind of, you could open your saved jobs, resume your last session. Of course, the clip art, layouts, and uploading your own art is all the same. It's all right in here. So let's just start here by adding a layout here. So Let's go see what's in the promo layout. So the brand new ones, I love the look of these. These are where we are putting all of the new layouts as we are releasing them. They're all available right in here. So I'm just gonna pull this one. Of course, you can still double click just like you used to be able to do to change any text here, and we'll just say transfer. And here we can change this one and say Express. And I'm not going to bore you guys doing this the entire way down. But you get the gist of what you could do. All of the customization tools are all there. Now, when I'm talking about all of the applied effects, the distressing, the outlines, the pattern fills, all of them are right here in your edit menu, all ready to be applied. So if you wanted to add a pattern or anything to it, you could pull those up. My internet is terrible in here, so that's not loading in there. Those will all be fixed when we do launch. But here we go. You have all of this. Now, one of my absolute favorite things in this new designer, of course, all of the sizing and everything still there. Your ink colors here, able to jump around. So if you want to jump to purples, jump right to purples, change everything to purple, whatever you wanted to do. And text controls, all the same. Add text, all that stuff that you knew and loved about the old EasyView is all right here in the new EasyView as well. But I've been real excited, and it's been really hard to keep it under wraps here just because I think this is going to be a huge difference for you guys and your brand is this tool right here. So if you don't have Creative Cloud, Adobe, Photoshop, Illustrator, or anything, this is such a huge deal. You don't need to pay for Canva anymore. Right here, we're going to give you a great tool. Now, this is something that necessarily I take for granted being a trained designer. It's what I went to school for before I got into the printing industry, or it's how I got into the printing industry. And so I take this for granted, but for you guys who don't have Adobe Creative Cloud or don't have a design background or designers on staff, this is such an awesome tool. So not only you could still mock up using the apparel catalog that you used to be able to do in EasyView Online Designer, but here, my favorite, upload my own. You could take a picture that you've taken with your phone of the actual garment, let it load in, and bam. Now, we could take our design, select everything, move it, and position it right onto the shirt, and that's it. There it is. You have a store ready, whether you have an Etsy store or product listings, or you're doing mock-ups to advertise your services on social media. Right here, all in the designer, before you've printed a thing, you could have a mock-up that then, boom, right here you could download and pull that download to post up on your website or social media like I mentioned. And this is all in EasyView Online Designer. Such an awesome feature that if you are going to Etsy and buying any of those expensive mock-ups where you get the full suite where everything's branded and it looks all nice and farmhouse or kind of crafty or whatever aesthetic you're going for, you could upload those here into EasyView Online Designer and mock up the artwork before you even order it. So yeah, then say like just this exact scenario, we could say go back to design. We're back to the design now, and now we could save this. So we could save the job as our cool wiggly text. We'll say wiggly text. I know I missed a G in there, but another super awesome feature that I know you guys have been looking for is custom folders. So we just have 2 folders in this version right now. Bubba's Files and Amy's doing her Uber testing. But here you could lay folders out for every single one of your customers and then be able to save them in their own little silos, making it just so super easy. And you can see how that works here when you go to say open your own job. You open your own job and you'll see that there are libraries not there, so nothing's in that one, but you'll see that your folders go right here. You could create a new custom folder and we could say live stream, add it to the live stream, and then go back here, save this. We'll say wiggly text to our live stream folder. You could set it up for different clients, your own brand, different drops, maybe seasonal collections, and you could save everything right here in the designer, ready to be at your fingertips for anything you need. Just absolutely incredible features that are available here in this one. Now, apparel color did move down here to the bottom left. So if you're used to it being over here on the right-hand side in the current designer, we could change it right here. So say we are going to use like a gray, like we were looking at. We'll change this background color to cement, or charcoal, or gray, or metallic silver. Anything you want to change it to, we'll change it to that. That would actually look exactly what it was set at before. So yeah, if we wanted to do like an orange, everything's here. You could just easily change this all when you're going. We'll change it back to gray so we can see everything, and everything looks good. Now, of course, it used to be up here in the top left corner. We've moved it down to the bottom right. It tells you what layout you're using, KeoSL 300. So the same way that you used to be able to search in the idea book and then reference those into our layouts right here in the search bar up here, you see that they're all listed around. You could just type that into the search bar and easily recall any layout that you saw in the idea book or that your customer picked out. All this stuff in here. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm not missing any functionality. So we'll just run through this real quick. Oh, this is really cool too. There's more. I could do a whole hour on this thing here. But in here, you could do the screen printing. You could pick our transfer type. Now, this is all expanded, again, to give you guys confidence that you are choosing the right product. So we put descriptions in here when you're selecting it. We saw it, people use it and really love it when we added this feature into our artwork uploader. So now we've brought it into EasyView Online Design Center. Selecting your transfer type, and of course, you go to full color and stuff here. Spoiler alert, what I'm going to be talking about next. So we'll change this back to screen print. We'll do our goof-proof transfers that look, feel, wash, wearability. Let's say it's jumbo sized. We'll go 18 sheets on this. And of course, I don't know if you saw that, there was a little warning that popped up here. So all the warnings that used to pop up on this left hand or the right hand side of the screen are now all down at the bottom. One of my favorite things that EasyView has always done and will always do, because we're all about helping you guys out. Let's say we said 16 quantity. Look, we could save $15 by increasing our order quantity to get at least 18. So we hit it up to 18, hit that quantity bump with just 2 more transfers, and instead of paying 91, let me show you what this is going to do. 18 brings us to 76. We actually saved money. EasyView told you how you could get more transfers for less money, and you're able to instantly do that right here in your design step without going any further. So super cool and powerful design program that's made to make it easy for you. You don't have to buy SVG artwork or huge catalogs from Etsy or any of those Corel programs or anything like that. All of the artwork, the layouts, everything at your fingertips. Of course, with the new EasyView Online Designer means that we are adding new art every single week. We have an entire staff of designers who are staying up to date on t-shirt trends and releasing like artwork. I'm going to show you one. I'm going to press a transfer here in just a couple minutes and show you one of the brand new layouts that is not even available yet, but will be coming out, because I'm telling you, guys, we do this. And if you have any requests, just let us know, because we are more than happy to be able to give you the artwork that you need. We want to make it available for you to have that power at your fingertips. So we were talking with somebody on social media just the other day, and they're like, man, I need more ATV and side-by-side and snowmobile stuff. I'm working for a company that gives tours, and I'm constantly uploading all this clip art. I would love if you guys just expanded the catalog. We looked at it and went, man, all of our stuff is a little old when we're talking about ATVs, or it's not in this like contemporary, clean, classic style. Let's make them right to the top of the list. So we listen to you guys. All of this feedback that you guys give us, we listen, and we want to tailor our product, our solution to help you and your business out. That's what we're all about here at Transfer Express, and that's what I love about all of Stalls. Let me go and see. Oh yeah, sheesh. Freaking awesome. Yeah, folders. Somebody on Facebook just asked about it. I told you guys, we listen to you guys. We put the folders in there. Zaperp, absolutely, you could free transform. So if we go back into EasyView Online Design Center here, I could show you how we free transform. So I'll just select all this. You just click the resize proportionately, and you could super stretch this thing out, or anything really that you want to do. One cool feature too is these ones on the side, you could kind of skew them as well. So you do have all of these tools that are not common for you to find in online designers. But I got all excited here. Let's move on. We talked about the pricing. I got excited, got sidetracked. We talked about the mockup tool. Of course, you can still upload your own art, the layouts, the clip arts. Let's go to the next step. So this is a big change, because now the color changes. Instead of being on that original screen on the right-hand side of the screen here, they are now here on the extra step. So super easy to go in there, say, I want to add a color change, and it's going to stay on the same, but I want to make this one in black. So let's just make it all black. You can make it all black and then switch between the two if you wanted to. So just select those, black and back, and so you can see everything. Looks like that one's not changing for me. We'll get it fixed before it launches here, and everything ready to go. So back to the order options. Here is our fabric compatibility. So we moved it and uncomplicated that edit screen where you're actually designing, and move this over here. So when you're going through, if you said you were using our goof-proof transfers on, say, spandex, it's going to say, hey, hold up, not recommended. You could use a different transfer type. Of course, switch over to our UltraColor Stretch, which can be printing on that Lycra, spandex, or nylon, or our CAD prints. I believe the Soft Opaque is perfect for that stretching on that as well. So we'll say 100% cotton, 100% polyester, that cotton poly blend. Goof-proof could go on it all, even tri-blends, all there. Not on sublimated apparel. Back up. So you'll see a lot of dye migration with that. But this is exactly what this fabric compatibility guide here allows you to do. Here, our blank apparel still available. You could go ahead and browse and add anything on there. Say if you use that apparel catalog when you were mocking it up on the last step, and use the apparel here. If you said, I want a Gildan 5000, you could go ahead when we go to that next step. You could go ahead and find the Gildan 5000, add it to your order, and check out at the same time. Of course, wholesale apparel available on TransferExpress.com. All you need is a Transfer Express account. You don't necessarily need to be doing you don't need a business ID or a tax ID or anything like that. On TransferExpress.com, it is available for you as long as you just have a Transfer Express account. Now, if you aren't a Transfer Express customer and you are going to sign up for an account now, you will see there are spaces for your tax ID and stuff. You don't have to fill it out. It is optional. But if you don't want to be charged sales tax and you do have a tax ID, go ahead and put it in, and we won't charge you sales tax. We'll get your stuff on file. There's a few more steps that we have to do to make sure that we have all of your information on file, and then you'll be exempt from all of that. So before I get too sidetracked again, let's wrap up this kind of EasyView preview. I'll bring it back into our EasyView Online Designer. We're on this second step here. So add the color change. You have your fabric compatibility. You could buy blank apparel. You could add your notes. So all of this stuff was originally on that first screen. Here you can pull it up and may say like draw a dinosaur on my box or something. Draw on my box before you ship it. So anything you want to say, or you say maybe I can't figure out how to exactly change this color, or I really want this to be a little bit larger, but it's not working for me. Leave the notes in the notes section there, and we have a full staff of designers. Before this goes to screens and before it's printed, we will edit that for you and reach out if there is anything that we aren't 100% positive about. And of course, you could always add a proof as well for $20 to see what your job is going to look like before you do it. Here in EasyView Online Designer, you essentially have an auto proof feature, so you don't need that unless you need something changed. So we're happy with all of our settings. We are compatible. Everything looks good. And we're ordering 18 quantity. We have our pricing there, our price per sheet. It tells you your ship date, everything's set. Then you could go to a review step. So this kind of looks very familiar to how it looked on that last step in the current EasyView Online Designer. And you could go in and make sure everything looks good, everything's all set. This should be pulling it as a one color, but it's pulling it as a two color right now. So then you see your total sheet price, your total image price, everything in there. I did see a question there if we were able to have a share feature, and that's exactly what this is. Up in the right-hand corner on this review step, you could share directly from there. You won't be able to email anymore, but you could share to social media, I believe, there. And then also, of course, when you're in the mock-up section, say you did just want to share the artwork, you could just clear the background, have the artwork, download it, and post it or share it to however you want. The email section that we went through that was available on the current email or the EasyView Online Designer, we just had some security risks about email spoofing on it, and we didn't want any part of that. We want to keep you guys safe. We want your customers to be honest with you or trust in you, and we want you to be honest with your customers. And so that is a feature that we did remove, the direct email feature, but you still have that share option. Then next in this option step at the top of the screen, we'll say. You have that share feature. Here is your review. Review everything. Everything looks good. Of course, you could add the proof here with this checkbox. That's going to add $20 to your order, and you're actually going to purchase the proof first, and then once everything's approved, we'll turn it into an order, and that's where you'll get this $76 added on as well, right over there. Perfect. Making sure that looks good. But if you don't need that, you can turn it off and order your transfers up. Of course, we'd want to fill this gang sheet out a little bit more, put some inside tag branding and everything on there. You could do that all here in the EasyView Online Designer. But that is, in a nutshell, man, that's it. that is our sweet, brand new EasyView Online Designer. I'm sure there are a few features that I missed in that somewhat brief explanation of it, but we added so many features. We were listening to you guys and added everything in there. Let me see if there's any questions in there and make sure that I got everything in there for the EasyView. Quality of life upgrades this year. Very excited. Yes. Evelyn, you want to play in the new EasyView? Yes. Penny's saying we're all here with you, just as excited. I'm super excited about this stuff, guys. If you don't know, I get way too excited about the print industry. I've been in it for way too long, and I still love every single second. I love helping you guys out. Marie, next week, this new EasyView is dropping with all of the other changes, the jumbo sheets, and I might as well mention it now. We're near the end of our live stream here. Of course, our Ultra Color Max full color direct to film transfers that are coming out. We've been talking about them for a little while. They've been available from stalls, but you'll be able to order them through our EasyView Online Designer starting next week. Now, these transfers are backed in white. This is a mostly white transfer with a whole bunch of little colorful confetti, we'll say. But these are backed in white as well. So you have the nice, super vibrant colors and the whites that stay super opaque on lights or dark colored garments. It does not matter. There is no clear outline like Ultra Color Soft. There's no clear outline around any free floating text or any images. I'm actually going to apply this for you guys so we could see the quality and show you just how easy it is to apply. Did I mention it's a hot peel? Buttery smooth hot peel, so super easy to use, and the pricing is simple too, 6 cents per square inch. Oh, and they're available by the image or the gang sheet from 1/4 inch up to 22 by 22 inches. Gigantic prints that you're only paying per square inch for what you're using. Did I mention there's no minimum quantity either? You can order as many or as little as you want. There is just a $25 order minimum, but one of those 22 by 22 gang sheets, so much printing area available on that, it's 29 bucks. So you're already clear out of that minimum. So if you're gonna gang sheet anything up on there, really, really groundbreaking. And the more colors that you have in your artwork, it's just super easy to print these. Now you're gonna have a much higher quality, low quantity transfer for you to use. It's going to be great for prototyping, or maybe the limited edition drops on those expensive pieces of apparel that you aren't doing a huge run that maybe would justify the screen print transfers. Now, Goofproof is going to still be your go-to when you are looking to really maximize your profit margin on those larger runs. Talking 18, 20 quantity, where you could gang sheet certain things up and you still get that screen printed look and feel. But when you're doing, maybe you only need 6, 7 pieces, 8 pieces in a full color design, Ultra Color would have been a little bit cost prohibitive when you're not in that higher quantity. And still, Ultra Color Soft is going to be your go-to for those higher quantity full color orders. But this fits such a wide opening where you could print, here, look, I have a full sheet. Not a full sheet, but this is a full sheet that was 22 by 22 that was halved, but essentially you can see how much printing potential you get. But all of these logos, if you're doing a whole bunch of different stuff for anybody, you're prototyping, you're trying to pitch customers, super easy, affordable way for you to have high quality prints, no clear outlines, and yeah, super, super easy to apply. All you have to do is cut them off out of here, or if you want to order them as single images, you don't want to gang sheet them, you could do that too. Such a versatile product. Let's see, how will I share Goofproof with customers without the email option? Just wondering. Elvira Ram, I hope I pronounced that right. You could download it. So you could download the image, save the image, whether you're on mobile, an iPad, a tablet of any kind, or your computer, save it, and then email it to your customers just as you would. The software that was running that logic between the email share allowed you to essentially put any email address as the sent, and that's just not cool. In today's day and age, it was a little bit outdated of a feature that was super helpful, but there's just one extra added step now that you have to download it and share it out. Just because we want to keep everybody safe. We don't want to be responsible for anybody trying to spoof emails and rip people off. We just did not want to include that in our software. You could see the security risks yourself, and with everybody's concerns about cybersecurity, especially in the past couple years, we wanted to not make sure that we left availability open for that. So it's still easy. You could download the image, and email it to your customer as well for a proof. If you notice, there's no watermarks on that anymore. So if you want to add a watermark, you can, but watermarks are not required so that you could have that storefront image that looks awesome. Now, I know a lot of people on Etsy are still adding that in there. Let's see. So excited about the Ultracolor Max. Be selling so much of that this year. Thanks heavens for Hot Peel. I'm going to show you here in a second just how awesome that hot peel is too. Yes, absolutely. Now, because it is a fixed price, there is no quantity break. So like I was mentioning, when you get up to that 20, 30 range in there, you could see in the pricing guide in the marketing kit where really that shift happens. But if you're doing single or limited color, I'm going to say goof-proof all the way still, except if you're in the low pieces. If it doesn't make sense and you only need a couple pieces, you could use the Ultracolor Max to be able to do that. The whites still look opaque, and if you're doing a limited color run, that 1 to 2 colors, even in that lower quantity, you could still make a lot of money. It's not breaking the bank to do it, and you can still charge your customers the 30 bucks, 40 bucks if they want a one-off t-shirt, whatever the going rate is in your community or the services that you could provide, but it's going to be much cheaper to do it now with Ultracolor Max. It's really putting the power in your guys' hands to be able to do it. So really cool. And as you can see, you could gang up all the same images or different images, whatever you want to do. And you could order single images or full gang sheets. It's all available, all the same, right here in EasyView Online Designer. Now that I let the cat out of the bag, I guess I could kind of bring you back in and show you how that works in EasyView here. So we'll go to our session that we had already. I could clear that one out. And then what we could do is just change our print method over to full color, and select either Ultracolor Soft or Ultracolor Max, the Stretch, Express Print, Soft Opaque, window decals, and those all-purpose stickers like I was talking about, the laptop stickers, right here. You order them as a full color transfer. So Ultracolor Max, you see that our area here, our gang sheet, is just completely gone. So what we could do is add text. Let's add a layout as well. We'll add the eagles and move all this up. Of course, you have your zoom controls there. You have your hand where you can move around and see this. So this is actually going to tell you your full size. So if we did something like this, we wanted to put these two together, it's 12.5 by 10.48. So if we said we want just 6 quantity of these, it's something's wrong with the pricing here. It's not going to be 54 for this with the Ultracolor Max. But of course, this is just a beta. Guys, this is not released yet. This is the testing environment that I'm sneaking a sneak peek here for you guys. But you can set your quantity, and it's going to throw the warnings all the same for what you need. See, there is no way that pricing is right in there yet. But this is the same, you do it. There is no limitation. If you go over the 22 by 22 area, it will tell you. So if we select this and let's say resize proportionately, so we lock the dimensions there to 24 inches, it will say, hey, you exceed the maximum size of 22 by 22. Please fix this error before going in to get your pricing. So it's going to warn you, but you could do single image. If you want to do those huge billboard back prints that we saw get real popular, back in the day, those full-size 22-inch wide, if you've got a heat press that big, you could absolutely do it. So, yeah, this is all here in EasyView. It will be ready to launch next week, and so that you guys will be able to order Ultracolor Max with all of those layouts. I could go back to the chat here to make sure I didn't miss anything else, and then we're going to apply this goof-proof sample here for you guys to really check it out. So, let's see. Excited about the Ultracolor Max? Yes, hot peel for the win, definitely. Big sheet. 22 by 22 inches is a huge sheet. Yes, the Ultracolor Max button, yes. Back on the bottom left where you were selecting the transfer types, where we were looking at goof-proof and it brought up all those nice images with a little blurb of text for what they are perfect for. Go to full color, and then you'll see it right next to Ultracolor Soft. I believe when it launches, we're going to move it into that #1 position. Don't quote me on that yet, because as you can see, we are still just putting the finishing touches on it, and this isn't actually connected to like the real database, so that's probably why that pricing issue was fixed. Once we put that live on the website, all of that's going to be there for you guys, and make it super, super easy to be able to use this awesome program to, pretty much create anything. We just did a video last week on the YouTube channel with the infant or birthday parties. And instead of using a layout, we used all of the clip art and the text controls to actually create our own layout right here in Easy View from just an idea off the top of our head. So if you don't see the layout available in there that you could easily just double click and customize, you could also make it yourself. So if multiple images are ganged, how is the square inch calculated? The square inch is calculated by the maximum area. So you want to make them tight, you want to put them together. We usually don't put them more than like a half an inch in between, but you want to keep them tight. If you want to maximize that space, you could really jam them together, but it's going to be still, it's going to count, the system will kind of see it as one image. So your gang sheet will be however much art you want to put in there. Now, if you're doing the same art, it's probably not going to be as cost effective as just doing a single image, buying that image, but when you are trying to meet that minimum for those low pieces, gang sheeting really comes in handy. If you're doing multiple images, the gang sheet's going to be cheaper than doing multiple of different graphics. So you'll be able to group them up. If you need, a whole bunch of one and like 2 of one and only 1 of the other repeated, you could gang those up on the sheet, double the quantity for one, and then put any other artwork on there. So like stuff like this is where the gang sheets are really going to come in handy for you, doing multiple customers, different drops, different everything. Yes, not by the sheet. So all of the pricing for Ultra Color Max will be by the square inch of your image size. So you're only paying for what you are printing. So if you only need a tiny little 4x4 graphic, no need to gang sheet that. You could throw it all up, just throw it in there, order as many quantity as you want, and you will make sure they come to you and pretty much ready to apply. I'm ready to apply. I got to find where I put my transfer down. And I want to make sure that I hit all of the talking points to really just recap the Max. I mean, we have a direct-to-film transfer. So I know everybody's been talking about direct-to-film. It is a process that's very similar to direct-to-garment, and it still is on that leading edge. It uses essentially the same exact inks, but it's backed by our screen-printed adhesive, essentially the adhesive powder that we have trusted for 30 years and that you've trusted us with your brand is the same quality that you're going to be getting here. So we spent over a year developing this to make sure that it was the quality that we strive for at Transfer Express and the quality that you could trust representing your brand for printing. And I think we nailed it. You don't have to worry about going to different vendors on the internet if you're already interested in buying DTF transfers or buying direct-to-film transfers. You don't have to worry about the quality issues. You don't have to worry about getting them damaged in shipping. We have figured it all out, and we've made it incredibly affordable. So even if you were thinking about buying your own direct-to-garment setup or maybe using a white toner printer, because I've used white toner printers, they're sweet, they're great. You could go from a digital image to a heat transfer in just a couple seconds, which is great, but they don't last. I've never seen one where the white stays super opaque white, especially when you're printing on polyester. Maybe on cotton you could get away with a little bit more, but they also have a kind of a rough feel to them. These are soft to the hand. They feel very similar to a screen print. They do have a little bit more of a semi-gloss finish than a traditional matte screen print, and especially the Ultra Color Matte, Ultra Color Soft has that very smooth matte finish that does look a little bit more premium than, say, like the DTF, but this is leaps and bounds, worlds ahead of where those Creos or the Oki, the white toner printers are. Now the whole entire setup printed pretty much, if you've looked into buying your own setup, it's printed on a large format printer into everything in line with the adhesive and the dryer. And they could be super affordable or they could be super expensive. But the one thing that you're going to do whenever you add a printer like that into your shop is worry about the maintenance on it. The print heads are going to get clogged. They're going to need replaced. You're going to need to consistently be buying inks. And it's a hassle that a lot of people don't necessarily consider before investing in one of those setups. Same with like direct-to-garment. When it first came out, those desktop and at-home direct-to-garment printers were just absolutely so expensive. And then if you didn't have a climate-controlled environment, you're going in and breaking them apart every single week to try to fix something on them. From the office space when they take the printer out to pasture and beat it up with baseball bats, it's a printer. It's still an at-home printer. It's a copy machine. You're still gonna have some problems with that when you bring that into your shop. So we could remove that for you at 6 cents per square inch. There is no investment up front. There is no maintenance requirements. There's nothing that you need to do except just upload your art and send them. By the beginning of February, we will be shipping these next day. So you order them by 11, they leave the next day to you. And of course, with the shipping at Transfer Express, anywhere in the United States, We do have a facility in Ohio and a facility in Arizona, so we are on the east and west, but we have our Speedy Air shipping, and that puts ground pricing in 2 days. So 2 days, anywhere in the United States, we could ship your transfers to you, and it will never take more than 2 days transit time, and you're never going to pay any more than what you would pay with ground. $15 flat rate shipping still applies to this, and yeah, we'll get to you super quick. So if you are here available in the Ohio area, like say if you just lived an hour away, you could essentially come and pick them up the next day by the end of business day if you order them before 11 a.m. So yeah, order them on Monday morning, pick them up Tuesday afternoon, or if you live in the corner of the country up in like Seattle or something, you will get your transfer shipped to you by Thursday. Really cool. This is just an awesome product that we've been trying to keep under wraps for so long, and Stahls released it a little early, available to upload. So if you are interested in it, we do have samples available right now at Transfer Express. You could go to free samples or go to the transfer types and look through the transfer types, and you're able to click on Ultracolor Max and be able to pull that up. So let me just check the chat here. Just did my first order with Ultracolor Max. Terry from Stahls. Yes. The tag platen does not work with the 16x16 Catch the Truck. So do you have to keep it at ½ inch apart, Evelyn? You do not. You can put them as close as possible. We usually say about ½ inch because we like attacking them with scissors and going in. And it's easy to kind of navigate around each image. But we've seen people use the cutters that you could buy from Amazon, those little strip cutters. As long as you keep them in a line, you could get real precise with that. Or if you have a large cutting mat, X-Acto, a razor blade. You could put them next to each other where there's just there's an electron between the two pieces of ink, and as long as you could get it with a knife, you could maximize that printing space in there. Yes, Terry, I'm so glad you loved it. Ultracolor Max is so awesome. No clear outline gradients, full color, limitless possibilities with your color, and any of that stuff that usually that you would print for direct to garment. Now you could do with transfers with the same inks, the same quality that you expect from Transfer Express here. Tarvin, yeah, try it out. If you want to get free samples, there's free samples in both the marketing kit and our free sample pack. The marketing kit will include a larger one. The free samples are just little tiny ones. This is the free sample. So a little bit larger than 4x4, let's say 4.5x5 or something graphic, that these are really, really cool to have. You could test, feel, touch the quality for yourself, and you can see how opaque they print on both light and dark garments. They're backed in white, and that white is super, super bright, so that you don't have to worry about anything with it. I'll show you here. We have a black t-shirt that I will be printing on here. So a Next Level 3600, one of my absolute favorite blank garments, because number one, they are incredibly affordable. Number two, the quality is off the charts. It gives you that nice fitted, more fashion fit feel of a t-shirt, along with premium 100% cotton. Remember the old American Apparel 2001? How was that fine knit jersey felt a little higher end? Next Level 3600 all the way, and it's just a little bit more of price when you take a step up from, say, like the All Styles or the Gildans or stuff like that. Very similar in that range, and still cheaper than a Bella Canvas 3001. Bella Canvas, you know I love those 3001s. They are absolutely awesome, but sometimes when the budget doesn't allow, or your client's budget doesn't allow, and they still want a premium tee, this is the way to go. And of course, Tall-Tex too. I don't want to write Tall-Tex out. Tall-Tex has that same feel from, I believe, S&S, Sanmar, one of those, it's a house brand. But let's go on back over to our press here, and I'm going to load this up onto our heat press. Now, if you notice, we do have our tag-along platen on here. So the tag-along HP has this 3.5 by 3.5 inch square at the top, so that you can print the front of the t-shirt and the tag at the same exact time. So another thing that I absolutely love, I'll go to this camera if you could see me here, but one thing I absolutely love about the Next Level 3600, especially for any high capacity printing, is just the efficiency of them. You can see they're side seamed. So number one, I don't know about you guys, the tubular garments don't fit me all that well. And the side seams just make it so much easier to fit. But when you are printing them, whether you're working on an automatic screen printing press or a heat press, it's so much easier to thread them onto the heat press. Just line your hands up with those side seams, open it up like a pillowcase, and boom, go straight down the side. And now I know I am 100% perfectly aligned onto the platen itself, and now even with this collar shape with the tag along platen, it makes it so super easy to know that you are aligned, centered up. You could even check the shoulder seams right up here, and I wish I had a another color shirt other than black, but you could see those seams maybe a little bit in the light if I show it. So I know that they're aligned right here on either side, and they're ready to go. Tag-along platen's awesome for just quickly, efficiently printing t-shirts here. So just like that, we could press, we're ready to go, boom, we're heat printing. But if you wanted to print the inside tag at the same exact time, so super easy. You just go ahead and reach up, and you could pull the inside of the tag through that hole, align it all on here, make sure we get rid of all these wrinkles after pulling everything, and bam, you could be printing right here. Another thing I love about the Next Level 3600 is these are removable tags. So you could easily just tear these away and decorate right here, all in one step, and that's it. We could have pretty much already been done printing the inside tag and the front of a t-shirt. So how many impressions are we saving, and how much time are we saving by just doing it all here on one platen? A ton. Believe me, trust me, we've seen these things fly off the shelves this past year in 2021, and I don't expect it to be slowing down anytime soon. So if you have a full-size heat press from Hotronix, it uses the quick change mechanism, so you could just pop it right out and put it back in. So, but we're ready to go. We're going to preheat this garment, removing any moisture and wrinkles. The cotton holds a little bit of wrinkles, and our application. I don't know if you guys could see this at the angle that you're at. And I don't want to move it too much, but 290 degrees is what our heat press is set to. Oh, you can see that. Look at that. How cool is that? And then 12 to 15 seconds on the press. So we're on 15 seconds here, 15 seconds here, and that's it. Now, we are doing a medium. Let me try to move this back. All right. We are doing a medium pressure, so we're going to ensure we're in that 5 to 6 range here on our test press. So we're not. We're on an 8, which might be a little bit harder to see back in there. So we're going to go ahead and open this up a little bit, get us in that 5 to 6, that medium pressure range. 6. Perfect. Right there. Back down to a 5. Perfect where we want to be with our pressure. We don't need to press for this full time. I think we got the moisture out of this thing. Yeah, feels pretty good. So we are going to grab our direct-to-film Ultracolor Max Transfer. So here you can kind of see this confetti a little bit better. All of this colored confetti in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay this down. It does come on a clear carrier so that you could see through and easily align the artwork. I know that we're pretty centered here, maybe right here, and we'll have it 4 inches, 4 fingers down from the collar, just until the text starts. I'm okay with this stuff being up a little bit closer to the collar. So once we're happy with the placement of that, we could go ahead and press it. So we're going to just lock this down. Again, 12 to 15 seconds. So super easy to do, and we're doing this all in live time right here. Show you how easy this is to apply. Of course, we're using the Hotronix Auto Clam, which opens by itself. I'm actually going to not let it pop all the way so I could show you how easy of a hot peel this is. That's it. Buttery smooth. Hot peel. You could go fast, slow. There's no two-step application if you're familiar with Supacolor. No two-step. It's softer. It's just as durable as our screen printed transfers. It is just as opaque, and it's not two-step. No covering this with a cover sheet to set it back in or anything like that. This is it. It's done. And I'm going to hold this up to you right here. Check that out. Check that out. Let's see if we could get any closer into that to just show you how awesome this shirt looks. And this is a brand new layout that we'll be releasing as well, with the nice kind of fun confetti pattern that we saw in there in the background. And that's it. That's it. Bam. It looks awesome. It feels awesome. It's barely there, especially on a design like this with no heavy ink coverage areas. You can't I mean, if I was blindfolded, I don't think I would say there's a print on that shirt. Nope. Nope. Feels the same. Maybe a little bit. Feel a little tiny little. It's a soft hand feel. Feels great. And super stretch. Look at that. Straight off the press. I shouldn't be stretching it while it's still warm. But, man, look at that. Did it crack? Did it break? Did it stretch? Did it rebound back in there? It did. It rebounded back in there. No cracks, no nothing. Let me get up close. Look at it. Nope. Nice, super clear, and crisp edge lines. Not an outline in sight. A full color option, no quantity limitations. Your colors, nothing. No counting, no nothing. This is really going to be truly a game-changing product for a lot of people. I'm so excited for you guys to try it. Or request your sample now because it's going to be available next week through Transfer Express with that Easy Prints artwork uploading up if you want to gang sheet all your stuff together, or if you can't wait right now, Stalls.com has it available as well, but you will have to supply print-ready artwork there or pay an art fee. So it's just so exciting. I'm really excited about it. And if you come to the Impression Show or any of the shows that we have coming up soon, you'll be able to see and touch and feel this yourself. I'm going to come up. I saw a question in there in the chat. Show this thing up closer. Here, we'll move. We're going to try to move some light so I could come up like way super closer. Let's see there. You guys could see that. Trying to look into into the monitor to see where we're at, man. Yeah, super crisp, super good, and that stretch that I was talking about. Man, you will rip the garment. On our testing, we ripped the garment before the transfer actually failed. But look how vibrant those colors are. This is a black shirt. This is a black shirt. Black, next level, 3600. I ain't lying. And those colors, so super vibrant. Exactly how you guys see it on the screen is exactly how it looks in real life. Evelyn, you just want me to mail you this sample? I love it. I love it. Yeah, it depends on how many colors you use when you're doing screen printing. As I'm kind of looking at this and showing this to you guys, I just want to go through this chat here. Zay Perp likes that design. Hey, it looks pretty good. It does, yeah. Looks pretty good. We got it up close. If we don't use EasyView Design, is there an upcharge for art when ordering UltraColor Max? There's absolutely not. 6 cents per square inch, whatever you upload. Now, if you upload into EasyView Online Designer, you could group it together with other stuff, or just put it up and get that auto proof. So that's what I love. A lot of people are turned off about EasyView Online Designer and don't want to use it and just upload it. If they have their own artwork. And coming from a graphic design standpoint, I absolutely love it. It gives you an auto-proof feature. I'm going to come back here and back to the regular studio here. But it does have an auto-proofing feature. So if you're uploading your own art, you don't have to worry about things dropping out. You'll see it in real time, especially when you're uploading your own art for custom screen printed gang sheets. If you uploaded a vector, you could easily ungroup it and move things around just like you would in CorelDRAW or Adobe Illustrator in that vector format. If you wanted to pull, I've done it where I did it, it was like the state of Ohio thing, but there was some stuff on the inside of it that I made in Adobe Illustrator, pulled it in the EasyView Online Designer and went, you know what, I got all this extra room, I want to make a left chest of just that element that was in the shape of the state, not the state itself. So I was able to ungroup that art in EasyView, drag it out, and just duplicate it for a brand new kind of artwork that we put on there for a left chest. So I didn't have to go back to Illustrator and re-save it out and re-upload anything. That's really the beauty of and how powerful EasyView Online Designer is. But yes, if you're doing Max, you could upload your art in there, make sure nothing's dropping out, everything looks good how you want to print it, and you're getting that auto proof right in there every single time. That size is perfect. Send with my order. Evelyn, I'm gonna have to go over to that other building and see if we could sneak it in there for you. UltraColor Max, yes. Triffy. Yes, just connected. What's the product name for printing? This is the UltraColor Max that we were just talking about. It is a full color direct-to-film transfer, and I have not seen direct-to-film quality anywhere. And now, I went to impression shows, and I went to the Graphics Pro Expos last year, or last season, we'll say, 2021, and there were direct-to-film printers there, selling the entire setup. Here's the quality. Take a sample home for yourself. I brought one back from, was it the Indianapolis show or maybe Fort Worth? I don't know. They all blend together when you're on the road. I brought one back, showed to our research and development team that was developing this direct-to-film transfer, and they were like, oh, I would cry if you guys brought that to a show. There was banding in the print. The quality wasn't there. The colors weren't right. They faded very, very quickly. This quality for this direct-to-film, man, Transfer Express and Stalls, we figured it out. We made it easy for you guys, and we spent so long developing it and bringing it out to you to ensure the highest quality product for you and your brand. and being able to do this for this super versatile transfer. 16 by 16, for the 16 by 20, catch the truck, yeah, if you're using the auto clam. Now, if you are, depending on what press you have, the tag-along platen here is any quick change. So if it has this pin in the base, which is any max press, the auto clam that we have right here, the fusions, the air fusion, the dual air fusion, pretty much any Hotronix or max line of press that is full size, 16 by 20, that was manufactured after 2014. I believe 20 and 14 and above is when they developed the quick change mechanism here. So just easily pulling this out and swapping the platen. It comes with this pin, and the tag-along platen does come with the quick slip pad protector pre-installed on this, on the main platen part. Now you're gonna wanna leave this uncovered so that it could grab the garment. So it's nice and sticky and grabs the garment like you saw me when I put that garment on there to print the inside tag. So I'm just gonna lay that one right back in there and lock it on back down. But yeah, not just the auto clam, the fusions, the max presses, those black ones that are a little bit, they're essentially the same press, they just don't have the auto open feature here that the auto clam does have. I love the auto clam because if you're doing multiple things in the shop, this thing's never over applying. So you could be, you're doing other things, you're sending emails, you're trying to print shirts, you're stacking shirts up, maybe you're boxing things up, and you don't want your heat press to just be burning your transfers or burning your apparel, especially when you're doing like sublimation or anything larger. It just opens by itself. It's like magic. No air compressors needed. All you need is a dedicated electrical line to it. I believe for the auto clam 16 by 20, it's a 18 amp circuit that you just need a dedicated 18 amp circuit to plug this thing in to ensure that it's getting all the power and amps needed to really keep this thing up to temperature. Because that is really what I love about Hotronix presses is I've done printing runs where I've been printing on this thing for like 3 hours, and they don't move in temperature. It's maybe 1 or 2 degrees that it goes up and down, press after press after press, where I use the M press, and that's a fine press. It's like $400 or something, 15 by 15. But man, that thing, as soon as you start printing on it, 10 degrees low. And so you're waiting for it to heat back up, and sometimes that's like 10 minutes in the middle of a run. So like those Amazon presses, man, I watched that video of Josh Ellsworth cutting open one of those Amazon presses to show you the heating coil. And the thing, you could drive a semi-truck in between where the heating coil goes. So of course you're gonna have cold spots on that platen. This upper platen is, I believe, 3/4 of an inch thick. It's solid, and it has a cast-in heating element that weaves its way back and forth in there. So if you are considering buying a heat press, I urge you, Stahls or Hotronix presses, the Max line, all of those have that patented heating coil to eliminate any cold spots and give you even, consistent heat press after press. Yes, auto open clam. Evelyn, killing you. everything. You know what? I'm gonna have our driver come. We'll back the truck up. We're gonna move the entire studio. Evelyn, as long as you're in a warmer climate, which I believe if you were the one of the ones that said like Georgia or North Carolina or something, yeah, we're coming down. Warmer climate. Christmas or winter vacation will be the snowbirds coming down to hang out with you. Anywhere that is nice and warm for us. We'll move everything. 648 shirt orders CE Print Shop did on an auto clam. It's a workhorse. That's what I'm talking about. This press after press after press. This has been in the studio for about 3 years. Now, this press we've used tons. A lot of people do their personal orders on them as well. They'll come into the studio and press this. I've done, man, in the past year, we did, I think, 120 videos. So every single one of those videos, we applied at least one shirt, pretty much. So that's 120 on there just in the videos alone. In the marketing department, we do a whole bunch of inspirational stuff as well. So everybody's printing shirts every single week on this machine using our screen printed transfers, the Ultracolor Max. Tons of testing happen on this press. It's rock solid. It's still ticking, and it's still under warranty. I mean, anything goes on this heating element or anything in here, you could always call Hotronix at their blue ribbon support number, and they will be able to help you out and get you all fixed up. One thing I love about Hotronix presses too, before we wrap everything up, is just the availability of parts. Everything on this press is, this press is made in the USA, and every single part, if you wanted to replace this one like top screw in the top of the platen, you could do it. You could call Hotronix and get this one screw. All of this stuff is in stock in the United States right now. So if you ever, 20 years down the line, go, man, I need something weird, call Hotronix, and they'll be like, yep, we'll send you this one little tiny black screw that you can't live without. We got you. Or anything on the internals, all of it's available. Even, I heard a story about somebody wanting a tag-along platen on one of the older Hotronix, and while it was a removable platen system, it wasn't the quick change, and they were able to retrofit a quick change platen for them so that they could get in there. Now, of course, that's a custom order, and you can't just buy that off any website, but that was something that just shows their dedication to the equipment and helping you out. Frustration-free. You're not going to be misapplying garments when you know that this is calibrated, spot on, accurate, ready to go, and even sitting open. So, yes, CE Print Shop, the new online designer, Ultracolor Max, all available on Monday. That's coming out. When this wraps up, you could go ahead and start back at the beginning. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff, the marketing kits, the application kits, our trade show schedule, of course, our Toast to Transfers live events, the brand new EasyView online designer, and I run through some really cool features of that, especially CE Print Shop, the mock-up tool is one of my favorite improvements we made to that. You could upload your own artwork, your own pictures. If you buy a catalog to put on your Etsy store, or you have your own branded kind of mock-up that you're sending to your customers, you could upload that into EasyView Online Designer, mock it up right there, and download a PNG or JPEG right out of there to send to your customers, to put on your online store, whatever you want on there. Wiley Girl Promotions TV, love that it has interchangeable platens. Def My Dream Press, yes, yes. Freedoms, watching again. I get you guys hyped up. I get myself hyped up. I'm really, really super excited. Orlando, there we go. Orlando, that's what I'm talking about. Real warm. Let's see. Anything else? Is Hotronix now Geonite Jet Press? No, no, no. Hotronix is Hotronix, made in the USA, Carmichael, PA. So just a little bit down the road, they have, that is where every single one of the Hotronix and Max presses are built and manufactured. I know that there was, a lot of people said there was quite a long lead time on the machines because they had orders before even the parts arrived. So as things, as orders were coming in, they were putting everybody in line going. Now that the supply chain's kind of evened up, and I know that they've got a lot of their distribution and sourcing all figured out, the lead times on, say, a press like this, I believe, are down to like 2 weeks. So you could get them very quickly. No more 10-week waits. And everything should even come more in stock as they fill all of those back orders from the end of last year into this year. And hopefully it could get down to that same, just a couple days for it to process, and they ship the press on out to you. Any other questions in here, make sure you get them in, guys, because we're going to be wrapping this one up very, very shortly. I thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and me here at Transfer Express. I love doing these live streams. I love talking with you guys, interacting, hearing your solutions, and I really hope to see some of you guys out at the Impression Show next week. So excited to get out to Long Beach, see what the industry has in store for 2022. Of course, if you want more Transfer Express content right here on the YouTube channel, we are always putting up new videos, and we'll be dropping a video, a little kind of recap of what we showed you in depth here today. We'll be dropping that a little bit later this afternoon as well. Really exciting walkthroughs of the EasyView Online Designer, the new improvements for that. That's coming next week as well, and we're going to do an in-depth dive into the application kit. So the application kit that I showed at the beginning of this presentation, we're going to be moving, we're going to be putting a video together later today to dive in and show you exactly everything in there. So, I mean, we're covering stuff all the time here that's built to help you guys out. And I'll do one more pass through the chat section right here to make sure I'm not missing anything to be able to answer you guys before we wrap this up here. Is that Bob Ross on the laptop cover? It is. Bob right there. Vince, could you zoom out? Yep, Bob's right there. Bob's right there. Now that is an old wall graphic kind of fabric sticker, so it's wearing out a little bit. And then this is a great example of the CAD Prints custom decals. So yeah, just just like that. Real awesome. That is the CAD Prints custom decal. You can see how great that is, and there is no minimum quantities on that stuff. Like, you could order the art that you made in EasyView Online Designer and order that right up in there. Evelyn, have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us in here. Evelyn's a Stahls girl through and through. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, excited for EasyView. I was excited to show you guys. I'm still excited about it. I mentioned I'm a graphic designer by trade, trained through college, and how I got into the printing industry. And there's so many times where I'll use EasyView Online Designer instead of opening up Adobe Illustrator. It's just so easy, especially if I'm like on a computer that doesn't have Creative Cloud installed on it. You could use it anywhere as long as you're saving things. And now with those new folders that you could save to in EasyView Online Designer, just makes it super easy to reference for any of your customers. Pull it up anywhere on the go. On your phone, you can pull it out and pull EasyView Online Designer up. On your iPad, pull it out. Pull it up on EasyView Online Designer. There's tons of it's great to use and put artwork there. But especially when my friends, family know me as the t-shirt guy, they'll be, Dave, I need just something super simple, just 2 lines of text and like a palm tree or something on the side. Instead of going into Illustrator and maybe even drawing that palm tree or looking for a palm tree on Google Images that I could pull in Live Trace and steal and stuff, it's all right there in EasyView Online Designer. There's probably a layout already that's close to what I want. I already know aesthetically that it looks good, the layout's balanced. Change the text up real quick, and it takes 20 minutes of making something in Illustrator for something simple like that, 20 minutes for just playing around with some ideas. It takes that and brings it down to seconds. And then I could even mock it up on different types of apparel, different locations, and show them that. So it's just so super powerful, and I find myself, even being a Adobe fanboy and, you know, Photoshop runs in my veins, I find myself going to EasyView all the time to just make it super quick, efficient, and easy to do. Evelyn, yeah, jumping into EasyView all the time. Can't go wrong with Bob. Can't go wrong with Bob. The happy trees, we'll say. Yeah, check out those decals too. Really super awesome to include. Especially, there is, you know, minimum order fees and shipping charges regardless of what you're buying. So if you're doing a t-shirt order, it's great to tack a few of those stickers right on using the same artwork. All you have to do is just start a new EasyView session, or after you've ordered everything, open your existing session, resize it to the size you want it to print, like a 3x3 or something like on this sticker, and that's it. Our artist will custom cut the outline on it, or you could put a little outline on it and then use that note section to say, hey, don't print the circle. I want them to be circle stickers. Use that as a cut line and just leave those notes for our designers, and we'll get it set, and then we'll be able to ship that to you. We'll throw it right in the box with your custom transfer order. So then, man, there you go. Some stickers and t-shirts. You are the one-stop shop now. You are the one-stop shop for your custom decorating customers because they trust you for everything. You got stickers, you got t-shirts. Cool, that's all I need in today's day and age, 2022. So guys, thank you for joining. Is there a video on how to do mock-ups? Nino, we are going to be putting that together later today, so it'll be coming out next week. Stay subscribed to the Transfer Express YouTube channel. We'll walk you through that entire process, or immediately after this ends, you could scrub back, and I do show you a very quick way to do mock-ups here with custom stuff. So a really cool new feature in there. EasyView is awesome when you're unable to get into Illustrator. I just saw it. Press it real good. Yeah, Marie, we gave some of those away at trade shows. I think we're doing a new one. I want to do something and give away to you guys for you guys coming out to the shows. Yes. Get out of my head, Dave. There's a good source to find designers for artwork. A good source to find designers for artwork is right here. EasyView Online Designer. We will do it. And if there's anything that you don't see, of course, you could always request it and we can make it into a clip art. Or you could upload your own designs. There are tons of free SVGs, or not free, but paid for SVGs out there. And then some of those like Envato and stuff have a limited clip art library. But really, I've yet to be stumped on EasyView Online Designer. One of our other guys here in the office gave me a challenge a couple months ago. Make famous logos, like the Ford logo, or BBC, or Apple, or well, I think I did CNN and Chanel. All of these super famous logos known around the world. make those in EasyView Online Designer. So I made a TikTok about it. So if you are on TikTok, find us at Transfer Express and go scrolling a little ways back, and you'll see the video that I put together recreating all of these logos from scratch using the basic elements and clip art that is available in EasyView Online Designer, Beats by Dre and Target. I did all of these logos with the fonts included as well, and ready to go. Now, there's some copyright stuff. Don't do that in EasyView and try to order it. We're probably going to send you an email and say, hey, do you have the rights to use the Chanel logo or Louis Vuitton or something? But it just shows you how powerful of a tool for designers that EasyView Online Designer is. And even if you have zero design skills, you can't draw a stick figure, you could make retail ready art that will actually sell, because we have real artists who have made layouts, who are studying the trends, staying up to date, and super involved with what they're seeing on Etsy and what other people are doing out on Shopify and their big cartel stores. We have our eyes out there, and of course we're always taking requests. College students need money, yes they do. Check out Fiverr, even local tattoo artists. Yep, Fiverr's great. Sometimes if you need a real quick turn something for a low cost, a great way to do it. But guys, thank you so much. I'm Dave. I'm going to sign off here. Thank you for joining us. Any questions, always feel free to reach out. info@transferexpress.com. Keep your eyes peeled for all of these brand new changes coming out next week. And then we'll be at the Impression Show in Long Beach. So if you're in California, the LA area, I saw some people in San Francisco maybe making their way down to come check it out. Say hi, get a sample of Ultracolor Max yourself. We'll be pressing Goof Proof still too. You can see everything. And we'll also have pretty much the entire lineup of Hotronix presses, from the auto clams, the fusions, and even the IQ360 for those cap decorations. Stahls is bringing all of the flex style and the embroidered stuff, those embroidered patches that are just super easy to use with that IQ360 cap press. And yeah, but guys, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. And I hope that you stay subscribed, stay up to date, and are real excited about checking out these changes that come out next week. So guys, thank you. And until next time, happy pressing, guys. Stay safe.